E-waste is killing our world. Electronic waste, or e-waste, describes discarded electrical or electronic devices. Used electronics, which are destined for reuse, resale, salvage, or recycling, are disposed and are also considered e-waste. Electronic waste can also be defined as discarded computers, office electronics, equipment, entertainment devices, and much more. But I'm pretty sure we all know what e-waste is. Anything that's electronic and that needs to be discarded. So why is it a problem? E-waste is really expensive to recycle and is often exported into other countries, where labor is cheaper and safety is not concerned, as you can see in the video. E-waste is comprised of valuable yet toxic materials. For example, to get copper out of tangled wire, workers must burn it and try to dodge the circuit boards are bathed in cyanide to release gold, with the residue being dumped into drains and rivers. This basically creates an entire industry based around the exploitation of relaxed safety laws and poor needing wage. So, who generates the most e-waste? As you can imagine, wealthy countries generate the most e-waste, as they tend to get new electronics the most often. Companies come out with new models of phones every year, laptops, all sorts of things. Everyone just keeps wanting new devices. And it's great and everything, but our current system in place is really awful. In 2008, we generated 3.16 million tons of e-waste in the US alone. And of this amount, 430,000 tons, or 13.6, was recycled, according to the EPA. A report from the United Nations University found that the world produced 41.8 million metric tons of e-waste in 2014, and that's an amount that would fill 1.15 million 18-wheel trucks. Line those up, the trucks would stretch from New York to Tokyo and back. Now there's a lot of facts, but who's really affected by the e-waste? And these are mainly people in developing nations that are handling the e-waste. For example, India. In one city in India, as many as 8,500 mobile handsets, 5,500 TV sets, and 3,000 personal computers are dismantled in the city every day for reuse of their components, parts, and materials. So who are the most valuable stakeholders? First off, people handling the e-waste. They're touching toxins, really dangerous chemicals, and that can cause cancer. Future generations, young children are often the ones working at these e-waste processing facilities, and they have constant contact with these devices, which can cause serious health risks. Next is the environment. E-waste is burned openly, releasing toxins like lead and mercury in the air. E-waste is dumped into landfills, and unwanted toxins seep into groundwater. And what happens to these countries? Some people just get a wage, an entire market is formed. Landfills are being filled, it's taking place of trees, villages, and better business. People live right next to these dumps. What benefits do these people get? None. Now the real question is, what can we do to help? First off, we can design devices that are easy to repair. Companies like Blockstore are designing devices, and they're making a market for components that are no longer in use. So, for example, my mother is not going to need the same device that I do, so she can have my old parts. We can create an ecosystem that saves all sorts of parts. You can trade in your devices from companies like Best Buy, Amazon. Pretty much every company will let you trade in and trade up. There's also really ethical places to recycle your devices, like Karma Recycling. They are all for the environment. They recycle things in India using a very safe process, and they're really trying to do good on our planet. So what can you do to help? In conclusion, don't buy a device every year, and try to be conscious about who is going to be affected when you buy such devices and what happens to your old devices.